What's up, YouTube? Good morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and I know I spoke on this, but I had to come make another video about this. So Suge Knight comes back and hit us with another one, and it's crazy how the night, the fatal night of Tupac Shakur. It's funny how after the casino incident, it's funny how all the Crips was at the Lorsor or whatever the hotel was. So they pulls up, and tried to handle that. But all the Crips didn't want to do nothing allegedly. And everything I say here is allegedly, right? Because I don't know. But my thing is, that was a coward move. When y'all had them right there, when you got to do a sneaker peek and kill somebody. That's a coward move, right? And Reggie Wright Jr., you the biggest snake, allegedly, that roams this earth. And I don't know why Suge ain't been said something, been told on you. Because you deserve to go to jail. Point blank period. Judas. Allegedly. So this is my thing, right? Frank, if this is all true, now you see why Frank has been unalived. Because it seemed like everybody that was involved was bought and paid for. Or punked out by Reggie Wright Jr. So I guess Suge ran up on Frank. And Frank is the same one that said Pac told him he was going with him. Right? But the other cop that said he heard it got him, he the only one that didn't have nothing to do with it, I believe. For Suge to say they stopped at his house and he told Frank to take an AK and take another gun, and he didn't take a gun, and he never even had his gun on him, which he spoke of that. To me, it's crazy that you'll go through all that. Like, how long is $1 million gonna last, y'all? I'm pretty sure that people like Reggie Wright Jr. don't got that money no more. Y'all did all that, right? Out of hatred. Especially you, Snoop Dogg. The way Tupac was riding for you, you a Judas. But your time shall come. Believe that. Believe that. And I'm going to tell y'all, Pac, 30 years later, Tupac still got fans everywhere. And one day, somebody going to be touched. And that lady judge that's over Keefe D's case, that woman must felt something that allegedly they was trying to unalive Keefe D. And that's where that bail came from, trying to bun him out of jail. Fool. But this is my thing, right? Now we know how they knew play for play where Pac and Suge was at. Play by play. So allegedly, couldn't nobody get into touch with Reggie because we know the security never came. But couldn't nobody get in touch with Reggie but Frank, and he was right there. See, now you're starting to see why none of these people never said somebody ran up on the car. And that person that I believe ran up on the car is allegedly K-Dub. Still partners with Snoopy right now today. Allegedly. But if these crooked, because this got to be still some crooked cop stuff going on. These guys is protected, and I want to know how many of them have immunity. That's the question I want to know. $1 million? You probably would have made more dealing with Suge for years to the point where you still would have money, right? Well, I forgot. Only way he'd probably be able to be security now is in his wheelchair. And one of the other police had to be pushing him. And he had to have 2 guns laying on his lap. Because allegedly he can't walk. He can't wipe his ass. Stop it. That's why I don't like this dude. Dude, you made a channel about Tupac. That's crazy. That is crazy. How did y'all go and link up with the East Coast versus somebody from the West Coast? That's why I keep telling y'all, man. The only cat that I really even like, and I can't think of his name, Whack 100. But I know not to say nothing about him because they said he can get your channel tucked from you. So this hit runs deep. And I'm telling you, I believe it was Universal Records allegedly that Tupac really was signed to. I believe they was part of it. So, but it'll never get back to them because they was way away from it. But I'm going to tell y'all something, man. After Suge came out and said all this, and these cats ain't arrested, the justice system we live in, it's all a bit corruption. But you know everybody will fall one day. For all that wrong y'all did and all that hating y'all did, y'all will get y'all day. But Reggie, so now, to say Suge is lying, because maybe he just didn't want to come out and say it until everybody kept rubbing him the wrong way. So finally, he said, you know what? It's out there. Judas that backstabbed me 1,000,000 times. Now it's time for me. And if I was Suge, man, forget that street code. Just everybody in the streets is telling 95% of them. I give you 5% that probably won't tell, because I know some people that won't tell. But I'm going to tell you, I would go and testify if they'll make a deal with you for you to get out. Because I'm going to tell you, see, the light done shine on Keefe D's case. So now they got to be careful who they unalive. Look how many people they unalive trying to stop this information from getting out. Come on, somebody. This is crazy. So y'all will go put money together and y'all will go assassinate somebody, but then get scared to face the consequences. I don't get that. And then you got allegedly Reggie Wright Jr., the one hooked Keith deal with the book deal, but he hate him. All right. Then he hooked him up with Vlad allegedly, but he hate him. He was trying to make him make money, I guess, for his lawyer fees. But I don't understand how is this no neck dude still sitting in this wheelchair and ain't been picked up yet. That's why I keep telling y'all. Reggie Wright Jr. allegedly, he gotta have something sealed that people can't pull out the courts. I believe Reggie got immunity. Because he feel real comfortable sitting on this internet. And just because you come out and play a video of Suge talking about the situation with Tupac in jail, I believe Tupac was thorougher than that, to let somebody make him lean forward, somebody standing behind him, looking at the ceiling at the third eye. I don't believe that. So we'll come with something different than that. All right? So let's stop that. People that's still running around saying that this man been gone for 30 years, what is your angle? Who sent you? You sure ain't nobody bust you? But Reggie act like he has some hardcore evidence on Suge, and like he was finna tell about something Suge did, and now he talking about he gonna put some information out what Sharita told him what Suge did on his wedding night. Okay, Reggie. If you didn't have nothing to do with it, why you getting so mad? But one thing I am surprised of, you didn't try to protect Snoopy this time. Snoop Doggy Dog. It just, if you just think back, when Pac and Snoop made that song sitting in the courtroom, it's disgusting. And you a sick individual, Snoop, if you really was involved with that stuff. That just shows you that when Pac came to LA, he really did steal your shine. And you couldn't handle it. Because you wanted to hang out with Funny Boy and do music with Biggie. That was a good plot y'all had, though, to get rid of both of them. Because to me, it seemed like some of y'all music just couldn't get out there with Pac and Biggie alive. But will you reap what you sow? You reap what you sow. Even if you don't go to jail behind it, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer because you took a good one and tried to take Suge's life. But they always made Suge look like he was the crazy bully and the killer, and the whole time allegedly it was Puff. And that's what's crazy. That's the crazy thing. But I'm going to tell y'all, man, I want to see what's next. And I do want you to stop talking in riddles, Suge Knight, and go and put names on it. But we know you ain't no snitch. But all these cats you talking about, they all played you already. So I believe you should talk. You should just go and tell. Go and put and allegedly, and I really don't want to bring this name up, the guy with the cancer, and I done heard Jay talk about him before. The one that told him play by play what happened, I believe it's Chaz Williams, whatever his name was. Because he was saying he from the East Coast. And that's the only one that passed away from cancer, allegedly. That's the one Suge said he ran up on and caught him slipping and he was finna buy his son a Mercedes, and that he was sick and he had cancer. That's the only person that's been said he seen. Somebody said they seen him with a check. When he got caught slipping by Suge allegedly, he told them the whole play, who was involved, and there you go, Chaz. And allegedly, Foxy Brown was with him that night, and he supposed to have been one of the ones that gave Keefy D them a gun. And Keefy D allegedly did try to set him up back in the days about that check. But y'all done got away with this for too long. And now it's about that time that everybody that was involved, it's time for y'all to go down. And I'm out.